Welcome to this 2-finger warm-up. We're just starting up here in position number 9. We're only using fingers 3 and 4, then we'll use fingers 2 and 3, and then we'll use fingers 1 and 2. I might seem like I'm going really quick, but when we sit down and practice with this, we really have to get our mind right and wrap our minds right around this. Otherwise, this 3rd and 4th finger exercise will never work. But we're using, again, alternate picking. So we'll ascend and descend, 3, 4, 3, 4 only 2 fingers at a time. We're using these as strengthening and speed techniques. So if we have to start really slowly, that's where we should be starting, right? Feel comfortable starting. I tried this morning with fingers 1 and 2, basically stapling that 1st and 2nd finger to low E string in the position that I'm playing this 2, 4 in. And so that's a little bit of a mind bend, right? So if I practice keeping fingers 1 and 2 there, my 2nd finger definitely does not want to stay there, so I really have to work slowly. And just imagine moving only fingers 3 and 4. So that's an exercise that we would practice all the way down to position 1, keeping those fingers tethered to low E string. Okay, and then all the way back up to where we came from. Now we use fingers 2 and 3, do the same thing. And get all the way down to position number 1. And then crawl up. So we use 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Right? And then 3, 2. And then we ascend and then do 3. And then ascend and then descend, 3, 2. And then we use finger 1 and 2. And try to make it as musical as possible, right? While we do this exercise, because that's really where the rubber meets the road. Seriously, I start at like 80 beats per minute, which is just barely faster than walking down the sidewalk. So I'm leisurely just taking my time. And I would encourage you to do that too. Oh, you know, one more thing while we're only doing the 2-finger exercises, we got to get those fingers stretched. So we'll use we'll introduce a string or frets. We'll jump a fret between these 2 notes, and we'll do the same exercise. And the theory being, by the time we get down to position 1, everything is really like stretched out pretty wide. If you can compare this distance here to this distance here, the fingers are asked to stretch quite a bit further than they would normally stretch. So we're using those finger stretch exercises. And then fingers 3 and 4 are typically weaker, so it's typically normal to add more time with these 2 fingers while we walk through these exercises. All right, and you're going to feel a burn, and don't forget to stretch after this stuff. So we do those stretches, and if you wanted to talk about stretches, let me know. I have some good ones I can recommend for you. And then fingers 2 and 3, same thing here. We have to use some techniques where we get the thumb in between those 2 fingers, 2nd and 3rd fingers. By the time we get toward the end of the lower end of the spectrum here, we end up really having to ask our hand to do some, finagling to kind of make it work. And it may not work right away, right? And there's a chance that we just only go down so far, and then we just slowly build up to getting down to position number 1 again. So we descend all of that and go back to where we started from, and use fingers 1 and 2. But they start really slowly, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially with the fingers 3 and 4. Okay. And I'm trying to remember with my right hand to only use down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, that's it for today. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you put this into your practice routine. I hope you have fun with it, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. We definitely appreciate it, and we certainly appreciate you being here, and we couldn't be doing this without you. So thank you very much, and until we meet again, happy picking.